The most interesting thing in low-resource language technology is Cheetah. Cheetah is a massively multilingual language model built by our friends at UBC-NLP. It can be used to develop natural language processing, or NLP. NLP is a field of computer science that helps computers to understand and work with human languages as opposed to computer languages. And it is what powers voice assistants, machine translation, and those chatbots where you're not sure if you're talking to a computer or a human. Most language models are developed using information that's available on the internet, and since most of the information that's available on the internet is in a large language like English or Mandarin, they tend to work best in those languages, and historically have not worked so well in languages with not a large digital presence like most African languages. And that's what's really interesting about Cheetah. Cheetah was developed using information from 517 African languages. So in theory, it should work better in those 517 languages. Now, this has incredible implications for the hundreds of millions of people who speak those languages. Information that has been previously very difficult to access or inaccessible should be available. So if you are, for example, a Lingala-speaking student who is struggling in the classroom because the classroom is in French or Swahili, you could potentially get a Lingala-speaking digital tutor to help you with your homework. Or if you're a pregnant woman who speaks Somali, you could get information on how to safely manage pain in Somali. Or if you're a Fula-speaking businessman who wants to register your business, you could do that process in Fula. So as you can see, a wide range of potential applications that could have a huge impact on the ability for people who speak those 517 languages to get information. Now, I should say that this isn't just plug and play. There's still a lot of other things that would have to be done before that little girl struggling with her maths homework in Congo could get her digital tutor in Lingala. But it is still a step toward that. Now, you've heard me say a lot of in theory, possibly, probably, could. And that's because the researchers are very clear that this is a language model that has been developed in a laboratory environment. So while they've performed, I think, 63 evaluations, and it's performed well, they have not evaluated the models with people who natively speak the vast majority of those 517 languages. So it could contain information that reinforces cultural biases, that is racist, that is bigamist, misogynistic, is potentially harmful or dangerous, or contains misinformation or disinformation. Now, that doesn't mean that researchers and developers shouldn't use Cheetah, quite the opposite. We should be using Cheetah. What it does mean is that there's still a lot of work to be done before the half of the world's population that doesn't speak a major language can get information and be heard, whatever language they speak. And that's what's interesting in low-resource language tech.